Hey, Jonathan from Buffalo Modular, and we are here in Pendleton, New York, Niagara County, and setting a house today. It's actually been rescheduled several times just due to the weather from this winter. It's just been hot and cold and hot and cold, and so the snow keeps melting and stuff, and just creating all sorts of issues with the house sets and that. But we're here. The day is here. We got here. House is being set today. This is a 2-box ranch. It's one of the limited series that you see on our site. This is the 1.3. We've customized it a bit, as we usually do during our design phase. But this is about 2,100 square feet. And so I just wanted to walk through a few things here with you as we're getting ready to set this house today. So you can see we got a bunch of ship loose material in here that they just pull out of the modules. And so they pull everything out as we get ready to set the house. So you can see here's the kitchen, all completely done. They're gonna do some stone countertops on site, which is great. They got this beautiful fireplace in here, obviously living room space, kitchen space. Dining room is in the front module. This is the back module, so they got a back door going out into the backyard. And then, excuse me, we'll get a sense for the rest of the space when we do a full walkthrough video. But they pull all this material out so that they can get ready to set the house. Now they're gonna unwrap this entire thing. It comes all wrapped so that as it's shipping down the road and sitting on site, as this particular module has been sitting on site for a bit now, you can actually see they're shoveling off some of the snow from this to get ready to pull all the plastic off of this thing and get ready to set it. And the crane is in place and ready to go. Just waiting for the rest of this to be unwrapped. We'll take a look down in the basement here now. So we're in the basement now. This is Superior Walls basement, and they just got ready here and getting all of these load-bearing points. You can see the pad that was put down in here when Superior Walls came in here and set these walls. They set these down in, and then the stone goes around it, and then the concrete is going to get poured over top of this. When you set a house in the winter, usually this is the order of things. You dig, put the stone in, Superior Walls goes in. They put these, excuse me, these pads in here to be able to support the posts that are going to go in all along the center line of the house. You can see that they're all along the center line of the house. And so you can see actually ones right here even right now. They'll bring in these posts as a part of the set of the house. So when this first module gets picked up by the crane and set down over here on this side, on the back side, then they'll be able to put these posts in. And then they bring the front box, the second box in and set it here. And then finish adjusting the posts as need be so that the subfloor on the first floor is nice and clean and level with each box. So you can see he's just scraping these things off, making sure it's all ready to go and everything like that. But with Superior Walls, you can see it's a precast system, studs in there for attaching drywall to later on. It's already insulated, which is great. They're doing 2 egress windows in here, giving them a little bit more opportunity to do some finishing in the basement if they choose to at a later date. But they went with 2 egress windows in here, and they didn't do any of the smaller awning style windows. And as we come back out, I wanted to show you this. You can see the overdig here on Superior Walls. This is the reason that it doesn't always work to do Superior Walls, especially when you get into a tighter building site, because you have to leave this overdig until after the house has been set onto the foundation walls, and also after the foundation, after the flat work has been poured in the basement, the concrete floor for the basement. Then you can backfill, because Superior Walls is constructed in a way that is engineered where it's dependent on those 2 things to be able to hold in place. So those are both necessary to be able to do the backfilling. So you get into some suburb lots, or certainly some city lots, Superior Walls doesn't really become an option in those locations. Or where you have a more mountainous region, because this overdig is here, the crane can't sit really close to the house. Hey, so that wraps up this debrief of the house set. Obviously the house is going to go up next, and we'll do a full walkthrough video of this house once it's set. But I wanted to get a chance to show you guys what it looks like for the house set as we prepare for it. So excavator comes in, then the stone goes in, then the basement goes in. Sill plate goes on the top of that basement wall, which is basically just, you know, pressure treated lumber essentially with a gasket in there. And then those support columns go down the middle, and the house is set onto the basement walls, and you're able to backfill, and away you go with the rest of the project. So house sets are usually a day for most houses. When you get into more complex lots or larger houses, sometimes it can be 2 or even 3 days sometimes. Every now and then we'll get one that's 3 days, just based on the size and the location. But feel free to reach out to us about your building project. Hope this is helpful to you as you're trying to figure out how exactly this whole process works, what does it look like, and how exactly do we need to plan for these things. So we'll help you along the entire planning phase. We're certainly a lot more involved on the front end because there's so much moving pieces on the front end with the excavator and the excuse me, and the basement going in and the house set. Usually those things happen in close sequential order to each other. In this particular one, we had some delays on the house set just due to the weather, which can certainly happen, but it should be in short order, in a matter of just a few weeks where all those things are happening. So we tend to be pretty involved with all of those things, whether it's an excavator that we're recommending or not. It really doesn't matter. We're still going to be pretty involved with all those things. So don't let that be a concern for you. We will help you with your project as you look forward to building. Thanks for watching.